Have you ever wondered why some animals behave in ways that seem utterly bizarre to us humans? Today, we're venturing into the perplexing universe of animal behavior. From the smallest insects to the largest mammals, every creature has its own set of quirks and idiosyncrasies. We're about to embark on a journey exploring some of the most peculiar and mind-boggling animal behaviors you've likely never heard of. So, buckle up as we dive into the fascinating world of animal oddities. First up, let's take a look at the Peacock Spider, a creature that might just be the best dancer in the animal kingdom. The Peacock Spider, known scientifically as Meritus volans, is a tiny arachnid, roughly the size of a pencil eraser. Don't let its small stature fool you though. It's a big performer that knows how to captivate an audience, especially if that audience is a potential mate. The male Peacock Spider's performance is not just a dance, but a full-fledged show, carefully choreographed in the pursuit of love. This spectacle is composed of intricate steps, audacious leaps, and a vibrant display of his brightly colored abdomen, akin to a peacock displaying its feathers. Imagine, if you will, this tiny dancer on the forest floor. He begins by finding a suitable stage, a clear patch of ground where he can be easily seen. Once his stage is set, he starts his performance. His first move is a display of his vibrantly colored abdomen lifted high for all to see. It's a dazzling array of blues, reds, and greens that shimmer in the sunlight, a sight designed to catch the eye of any passing female. But the show doesn't stop there. With his abdomen still raised high, he begins to wave his third pair of legs in a rhythmic pattern, like a conductor leading an orchestra. This leg waving is synchronized with energetic body vibrations, a kind of shimmy that sends waves of seduction through the ground. The performance is not only a visual treat, but also a tactical one. The vibrations created by the male's dance can be felt by the females through the ground, adding another layer to his courtship display. The dance of the Peacock Spider is a complex, multisensory performance, one that requires precision, stamina, and a certain amount of bravery. After all, if the female is not impressed, she may decide that the male would make a better meal than a mate. So the next time you're at a dance party, remember the Peacock Spider and its unique moves. Moving on, we have the Mimic Octopus, an animal that takes the art of imitation to a whole new level. Delving beneath the ocean waves, we encounter an extraordinary creature that is a veritable chameleon of the sea. Yes, we're talking about the Mimic Octopus. Not only does this cephalopod possess the ability to change its color in an instant, but it also has the uncanny knack of transforming its shape to resemble other marine creatures. Imagine being a small fish in the ocean, minding your own business when suddenly, what you thought was a harmless patch of coral transforms into an octopus. This is the reality in the underwater world of the Mimic Octopus. It's not just about changing colors, but also about assuming the physical form and even the behavior of other species. You see, the Mimic Octopus is no ordinary imitator. It's essentially the method actor of the animal kingdom, fully committing to its roles. It doesn't merely look like the creature it's mimicking, it also acts like it. This octopus has been observed to mimic more than 15 different species, including flounders, lionfish, and sea snakes, each one chosen for its specific survival advantage. For instance, when a potential predator is nearby, the Mimic Octopus can transform into a venomous sea snake, displaying two of its arms as the snake's striking body, while the rest of its body hides in the sand. In this guise, it appears too dangerous to mess with, and the predator usually decides to seek a meal elsewhere. This incredible ability to mimic is not just a party trick, it's a sophisticated survival strategy. The Mimic Octopus is a soft-bodied creature, and without any physical defenses like shells or spines, it relies on its mimicry to deter predators and buy itself time to escape. To sum it up, the Mimic Octopus is more than just an octopus. It's a living, breathing canvas, capable of embodying an array of oceanic characters at a moment's notice. It's a testament to the sheer diversity and complexity of evolution and survival strategies in the natural world. Truly, the Mimic Octopus is a master of disguise. Next, we delve into the rather nauseating world of the vulture, a bird that uses regurgitation as a defense mechanism. Now hold on to your stomachs, folks, as we explore this intriguing and somewhat grotesque behavior. Vultures, despite their reputation, are essential players in our ecosystem. They clean up the environment by feasting on carcasses, thus preventing the spread of diseases. But what happens when this scavenger feels threatened? Well, it's quite fascinating, and stomach-churning at the same time. When a vulture feels threatened, it doesn't resort to talons or beak to fight off predators as most birds would. Instead, it employs a unique and rather repulsive method: regurgitation. Yes, you heard it right, regurgitation. The vulture's stomach is a potent weapon. When threatened, it empties its stomach contents, effectively lightening its body weight for a quick takeoff. I know, it sounds gross, but it's a practical survival tactic. By lightening their load, vultures can take to the skies much more quickly, escaping from potential harm. This rapid takeoff is essential for these large birds, who otherwise require considerable effort to become airborne. But there's more to it. This regurgitation isn't just an escape strategy, it also serves as a deterrent for predators. Imagine you're a hungry predator, and suddenly your prey vomits undigested, rotting meat. That's definitely going to put a damper on your appetite, right? This clever, albeit disgusting, tactic often gives vultures the crucial seconds they need to escape, while their would-be attackers are momentarily distracted or repulsed. So, the next time you see a vulture hovering in the sky, remember, it's not just a scavenger. It's a bird equipped with a unique defense mechanism that helps ensure its survival in the wild. It's a master of the skies, and when needed, it's not afraid to bring the gross factor to its advantage. It's not the most pleasant sight, but it's an effective strategy for survival. Finally, let's debunk one of the most enduring myths in animal behavior: the mass suicide of lemmings. Yes, those small, furry, rodent-like creatures often depicted in cartoons and video games as willingly leaping off cliffs to their doom. This idea has become so ingrained in popular culture that lemming has even become a term for someone who blindly follows the crowd, regardless of the consequences. But let's set the record straight. Contrary to popular belief, lemmings do not engage in mass suicides. That's right, these little guys aren't as self-destructive as they've been made out to be. The misconception possibly stems from their population cycles and migrations, which admittedly can sometimes lead to accidental deaths. Lemmings, like many other animals, go through population booms and busts. During these boom periods, the lemming population can get so dense that some lemmings move away in large groups. These migrations are a natural part of their life cycle, a survival strategy, not a death wish. And yes, sometimes these migrations can involve crossing rivers or even bodies of water. Sometimes they misjudge the distance or their own swimming abilities, leading to accidental drownings. But it is not a plunge of despair. It's a risk they take in search of food and new habitats, driven by the simple need to survive, not an instinct to self-destruct. It's also worth noting that lemmings don't just jump off any cliff they come across. They are far smarter than that. They only take the plunge when they've exhausted all other possibilities, much like any other creature would when faced with a dire situation. In conclusion, the notion of lemmings committing mass suicide is a myth, a fabrication, a misinterpretation of their natural behavior. It's a testament to our own misunderstanding of how nature works, and a reminder of how easy it is to misconstrue the actions of animals we don't fully understand. So rest assured, lemmings aren't as suicidal as popular culture would have you believe. Well, we've certainly covered some ground today, haven't we? In this fascinating journey, we've explored some of the most bizarre and intriguing behaviors exhibited by animals in the wild. We started off with the dancing peacock spider, a tiny creature with a grand sense of rhythm and color. With its vibrant display and intricate dance moves, it certainly knows how to leave an impression. Next, we plunged into the underwater world of the Mimic Octopus. This master of disguise can imitate not one, not two, but over 15 different marine species. Its ability to transform in the blink of an eye is truly mind-boggling. From the depths of the sea, we took to the skies with the Regurgitating Vulture. Not the most appealing of behaviors, but an ingenious survival strategy nonetheless. By expelling its meal, this bird can lighten its load and take flight in a snap when danger lurks nearby. Finally, we debunked the myth of the suicidal lemmings. Contrary to popular belief, these small rodents do not intentionally plunge to their deaths. Their mass migrations are a result of overcrowding, not a collective decision to end their lives. Remember, the animal kingdom is filled with wonders and oddities. So the next time you see an animal doing something strange, remember, it's just nature's way of keeping things interesting.